Welcome to another real estate market update. I am John Moran. I am the CEO and founder of Keller Williams Realty's At the Beach team and Smart Beach Investor. Let's get into it. Somebody was asking me, how is the real estate market at the beach? So let me ask you this. Have you ever been somewhere where the wind's blowing in all directions at the same time? And so he says, hey, where's the wind coming from? And you wet your finger and you throw it up in the air to see which way the wind's coming from. You know what I mean? And it's coming from every direction. You'd swear to God that it's coming from all four directions at the same time. Yeah, that's what this real estate market is like. Let me tell you why. Take a look at this. Let's talk about Destin condos first, all right? In 2022, June 2022, there were 451 condos listed for sale, supply, right? And they were on the market for 22 days before they sold, days on market. The median sales price of those condos was $585,000, right? Now fast forward to June of this year, 2024. There's 1,086 condos listed for sale. That's more than double the supply. Days on market are up to 98. That's 4 times plus the number of days that were on the market 2 years ago. And what that means is what? Prices should be getting hammered. We should have lower prices. Not the case, not the case. Matter of fact, the median sales price right now for a Destin condo in June is $605,000. It's up. What's going on? What's going to happen to Destin condos going forward? I think that we're going to see the Fed lower the federal funds rate here in September, okay? And I think mortgage rates will come down a tiny bit, all right? But some, and I think that's a psychological go for buyers. All those folks that have been waiting to buy, it's a thumbs up, gives them permission to go ahead and buy. And I think they're going to swoop in. They're going to buy up a lot of that inventory that's been climbing. And when that happens, I think prices are going to go up. I think they're going to go up fast. So I don't know. Maybe not though. I was talking to a good friend of mine who said, a smart realtor, very smart. He thinks the other end. He thinks the folks that bought in 22, 23 are in a rough spot and they're taking a hit and that price are going to have to come down. They're going to find themselves forced to sell. And he represents a lot of investors and the numbers just don't work. Prices are going to have to come down. He thinks 25, 35, 40% even. But I don't think I'm feeling that. I think these folks that are in with these low mortgage rates, their low basis point there, they're 2, 3, even if they have a mortgage, right? It's really low. Yeah, their rents are off. Yeah, their cost of owns up. There's no doubt, no doubt. But I think their basis is so low that they can hold out, which is why you've seen those days on market go up, but the inventory not sell off. But we're going to find out soon enough. Destin area homes for sale is kind of interesting because, yeah, coming out of COVID, we saw the inventory very high because a lot of buyers were in there and a lot of sellers, a lot of transactions. It was great, a lot of fun, right? But since then, we've seen traditional cycles appear where during the holiday season of Thanksgiving and Christmas, we see the number of listings for sale fall off, right? People have folks over, Christmas decorations, all that. They don't want to be having strangers run through their house. Totally get it. And then we see the number of listings grow, culminating right at the end of the school year because folks like to move in the summer and not disrupt their kids' school cycle. So that makes sense. You got a couple peaks here, a couple in-betweens, normal stuff. So yeah, I don't know, from an inventory standpoint, I don't see a massive supply of new homes for sale. The days on market are up, yeah, that's a thing. There's no doubt about that. They're growing. The prices are flat. They're not moving too far one way or another over time. There are some spikes in the middle though, which is interesting because if you're a buyer or a seller, and if you time these little mini markets properly, you can make or save a lot of money. You don't want somebody watching out for that for you though. Those are quick hit type of things. We can help you with that. Email info@smartbeachinvestor.com. That's what we do. Looking at 38 condos for sale. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. We're seeing the supply of condos for sale in 38 up. If you look at the trend line, it's up not a ton, but it is up, no doubt. And there's these wild spikes that hit around spring break and summer and fall back in the November, December time. A lot like houses. And our days on market, yeah, up. Of course they are. But it's weird how it works. There are just these massive spikes and fall-offs, these peaks and troughs. I'm not really sure why that is. And I think mostly it's because there's not a ton of condos on 30A, so the data gets a little funky. But overall, the days on market are up. It's taking longer to sell your condo on 30A. And the pricing, well, the pricing's been pretty flat for a while. It took a spike here early part of this year, and then I don't know what the heck's going on in May here. It really jumped. I don't know. I think this comes back to there's just not very many condos, and you get some wild skews just on very little data inputs. I think that's what it is. I think it's fair to say, though, that prices are not crashing for 30A condos. Looks like they're even going up. Looking at the 30A house market, supply, yeah, it's up a little bit. It spiked quite a bit here recently, and it's fallen off again. But overall, it's up a little bit. Again, if you're looking for this massive amount of inventory that's going to drive prices down, I'm just not seeing it. Your days on market are up. Sure they are. They're always right now. Just the buyers aren't willing to pay that high price with the high mortgage right now. Everybody's waiting. It's a staring contest right now. It's showing up on prices. They're up a little bit on 30A. They're, these little jaggedy things, up, down, but slightly up. I don't see a crash anywhere. Call me crazy. I don't see this crash coming anywhere. We don't have a big enough supply of properties, maybe in certain, spots, but overall, not really. And that's showing up in the prices. What's going to happen going forward with 30A houses? I just think this fall, if the Fed lowers the rates, and I think they probably will, you're going to see a bunch of buyers jump into the market and snap up that inventory, and you're going to see prices really jump up. That's what I think. Now, again, the other side of it is there's a lot of owners that are barely holding on. These roof costs, the insurance costs, all this stuff is hitting them hard, and they may want to sell out. Maybe there's adjustable rate mortgage happening. I'm not seeing it, not on a big enough scale where it's going to cause a crash. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe South Florida. I mean, that's where most of the activity is happening right now. Up here, I'm not seeing it. Let's talk about Panama City Beach condo market. What's that like? Confused like everywhere else? Take a look at the inventory of condos for sale. It's declining. Ooh. What? But I wonder if that just isn't a reflection of the market coming off those COVID year and a half. Still looking at it here, you had that big bump right in the middle there in 2023, but now we're starting to see it fall off a little bit. Yeah. There's not a mass supply of inventory, clearly. Days on market, same as everywhere, right? Climbing, which is to be expected, right? The buyers are not jumping in with these high prices, high rates, high everything. They're hoping, oh dear Lord, I hope the prices come down, I hope the rates come down. We'll see. Sales prices, flat. And this is classic, right? Sellers are not coming off because they're confident that at some point prices are going to start to climb again and they'll be rewarded. Buyers are hopeful that, mortgage rates or sellers will come off their price or mortgage rates will come down. So they're holding out. And as long as they're not penalized for waiting or they're not rewarded for acting, folks are waiting. And that's why the sales prices are holding where they're at. Here's the thing. If you think you're going to get a smoking good deal if you wait, I don't see any big crash coming in prices. There's not a lot of inventory. Matter of fact, it's going down. Days on market are up. Okay. I don't know if anybody cares about that. I don't know. I think there's still opportunities. Markets go up and down in these little mini markets within them that, yeah, if you act quickly, you can get a value or you can make a few extra bucks if you're selling. Either way, send us an email, info@smartbeachinvestor.com. This is what we do. We can watch out for you. Let's take a look at Panama City Beach houses. What's going on there? Let's take a look at the inventory, the supply of houses for sale in Panama City Beach. They're coming off this big push coming out of COVID, makes sense, and then it drops down, and it's just kind of bouncing around. Late 23, 2024, yeah, it dropped again, but then it picked up. Now it's coming down again. Okay. None of this looks like a massive increase in supply that you hear so much about across Florida. So many homes coming on the market, flooding the market. I'm not seeing it. Days on market, up, just like everywhere else. Makes sense. We get that. Buyers are choosing to wait. Sellers are choosing to wait. Everybody's waiting. Days on market, get stretched. Fair enough. Look at the prices. That's flat. A little bit of a spike in there, but flat. That's flat. Did I say flat? That's flat. Okay. Again, you get those little mini spikes there. You can watch for those. Those can be advantages if you're trying to sell high, but they're quick. They're short-lived. Info Smart Beach Investor. We can help you with those. Watch out for them. All right, so that's the market on Florida's Emerald Coast. I just don't see all this gloom and doom that there's this mass supply of inventory of homes and condos that's going to sit on the market and cause all kinds of craziness for owners. I don't see a crash in prices happening. No. What I see is a stare down, a simple stare down with buyers and sellers trying to determine when I should jump in. Should I jump in and sell because the market's going to go down? Should I jump in to buy because the prices are going up? That's the stare down. That's the market right now, and that is what we're dealing with. What I think is going to happen, as I mentioned, I think in the fall that the Fed is going to lower the federal funds rate tiny bit, but I think it's going to be psychological and buyers are going to jump in. They've been waiting so long that they're just saying, you know what, I can afford it. I'm going to buy, refi if mortgage rates come down. And if prices go up and I'm worried they're going to go up, I'm happy I bought today. And if I'm a buy and holder 30 years from now, I'm, yay, right? And if you're a seller, if it makes sense to sell now and you get a price that achieves your goal for selling, take it. If not, ride it out. Let's see what happens. Either way, send us an email, info@smartbeachinvestor.com. This is what we do. We watch the market. We help you max out your position as a buyer, a seller, or an owner. That's what we do. There you go. That's what's going on right now. Check back here soon. There's always something changing. We got it for you. Have a great week, everyone.